The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Daphne sees an opening while Ridge is confused by Steffi's turnaround. Will Shayla take the fall as Luna spirals out of control? Ridge's Italy heartbreak. Wants Brooke back, but it's too late. But why? And will Hope accept Liam's attempts to fix her relationship with Carter? I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Before going to the main topic, I would like to say, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Daphne sees an opening while Ridge is confused by Steffi's turnaround. Hope rushed to have an emotional reunion with Liam after learning of his terminal illness the week before on The Bold and the Beautiful. However, Hope's admission that she wanted a future with Liam rather than a reconciliation with him devastated Carter. The audience has a lot to look forward to on the soap opera episode, from unexpected flips and happy reunions to movements at play and heartbreaking news. When viewers log into CBS to see the daytime drama series, they may anticipate the following week's events on The Bold and the Beautiful. Daphne sees an opening in Carter's heart in the first episode of the next week. It doesn't seem like Carter will stick with the idea of getting back together with Hope, now that he heard her tell Liam she wants him. By persuading Carter, Daphne can turn the tide in her favor at this point. However, Steffi and Hope make apologies after recognizing how short time is. But given how long their antagonism has lasted, how long will this truce last? Since Liam has a terminal condition, will they be able to hang on to it? Hope then reveals some crucial news to Carter. Will she disclose Liam's impending death, or will she inform him that she sees no future with him and will not rekindle their relationship? What will Carter do? Ridge, meantime, finds Steffi's abrupt change of heart over Hope perplexing. She fired Hope from Forrester Creations a few days ago, and now she is standing up for her. Although this clearly raises questions, Ridge is unaware that Liam has caused them to declare a truce and put their long-running conflict to rest. What fresh upheaval will Liam learn about his health when Grace breaks the bad news to him? For one couple that was on the outs, it's a lovely reunion. Who might these two be? In other places, Will, Electra, and Zendi try to persuade Daphne to accept a new line. Will she agree to the idea? Which will win when Brooke and Taylor argue about Ridge and the fashion show? In particular, Brooke's refusal to acknowledge that Ridge rejected her and chose Taylor. Ridge receives wise counsel from Katie regarding his romantic life. Will she still harbor prejudice against Brooke in spite of her betrayals? In the week's last episode, a couple celebrates their reunion while Brooke is abruptly pulled from her pity party by an unforeseen circumstance. Brooke vs. Daphne. Carter's heartbroken spiral. Hope overheard, but why? This Friday, The Bold and the Beautiful recap is ready. Daphne Rose, Muriel Halle, is cautioned by Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, in the current episode. As everything is going on, Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, who overheard Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, talking, turns to Daphne. Though they believe they are alone, Liam and Hope continue to converse. Carter eavesdrops on the former flames by the open door. Hope says she wants to be with him for the rest of her life. Carter is heartbroken as they cry together in one another's arms. Is Liam furious that Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McKinn's Wood, told her the secret? Hope asks. Liam wishes he didn't have to live his life peering into everyone's dejected eyes. But he isn't angry. Liam keeps pressuring Hope to rejoin Carter. According to Liam, she will find happiness if she forgives Carter. Hope believes Liam needs to put himself first. According to the sufferer, that would make him crazy. It calms him to think about other people. Once more, Liam begs her to pardon Carter. She is uncertain if it is possible. If they are still in love, Liam believes that there is no use in being angry. She still loves the COO, Hope acknowledges. He advises her to make the necessary corrections before it's too late. Brooke visits Daphne in an office at Forrester Creations. According to Brooke, they must discuss Hope. The blonde says that Harter is in love with one another and doesn't want to interfere. According to the nose, Hope is detrimental to Carter. At that point, The COO himself storms in the door and requests to talk to Daphne alone. Hope happened, Carter says after Brooke departs. Carter must leave that place immediately. They go to his apartment because Daphne says they can go any place together. Carter talks about his difficult relationship history once he gets there. Though he's happy that Daphne cares, Carter doesn't understand why. Hope, the COO believed, also cared. Hope was feared by the nose for hurting him. Daphne loses her temper over Hope's history of moving from guy to man. In the end, Daphne believes she will return to Liam. Carter gave up all for Hope, and she simply tossed him aside. Carter asserts that Daphne was correct. By placing her hand on Carter's chest, the nose promises to always and forever be there for him. While at the Cliff home, Steffi continues to talk about Liam with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, and John Finn Finnegan, Tana Novlan. Liam will see that the truth was the proper choice, according to Finn and Taylor. Steffi tells them not to talk because nobody else can find out. According to Finn, many people opt to die alone. Families always feel cheated and defrauded. According to the doctor, Hope and Steffi will help Liam deal with death. Steffi believes that none of this is fair. Daphne sees an opening, makes her move, but why? Spoilers for Monday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful hint that Daphne and Carter will work things out. But will he do the same with her? Lawrence St. Victor's character, Paul Carter Walton, believes he has been foolish. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, he was certain was the one for him. He was her sunlight, she even told him, and all she needed was some space and time. Carter was surprised to hear Hope tell Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, that she didn't want Carter and that she only wanted to be with Liam when he returned to talk to Hope at Brooke Logan's Catherine Kelly Lang house. Carter's apartment now contains Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, who is prepared and eager to ease all of his suffering. She reiterates to him that his future is in the room and that Hope is not the proper lady for him. Carter is vulnerable and ready to give in to Daphne's advances. His connection with Hope is about to be permanently ruined, but he is unaware of this. Liam and Ridge Forrester. Thorsten Kaye seem to have taught Carter the importance of making snap judgments and acting foolishly. As Steffi Forrester Finnegan, played by Jacqueline McKinswood, and Hope reconcile, a miracle occurs in Los Angeles. After years of petty arguments, the two women come to the realization that life is too short. In order to show unity and support for Liam, they must prioritize the fact that he is dying. At the end of all, they will be there for their little children and offer Liam the best days of his life. Are Steffi going to go so far as to offer Hope her job and her line back? That may undoubtedly change Hope's life as well as Carter's. Perhaps Hope will even forgive Carter as a result. But before long, she will discover that she can forgive him for more than she ever thought possible. Well, Carter. Will Shayla take the fall as Yuna spirals out of control? The Bold and the Beautiful teaser and spoilers Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada, and Shayla Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, seem to be the more sensible of the two characters. Yuna's obsession with Steffi Forrester's, Jacqueline McKinswood, and Daddy John Finn Finnegan's, Tana Novlan, attempts to keep her away from him is intensifying. Yuna may reach her breaking point again as a result of her simmering anger towards Steffi, which could turn into a serious problem. She has claimed that she felt cut off from herself during her horrible deeds, believing that an unidentified entity had taken control of her and made her believe that wasn't who she really was. But this could just be an indication that Yuna is being tested to the breaking point. Is she in danger of losing control and doing another disastrous act? Is the wound on her father too big for Luna to handle? Everyone should believe that Yuna has changed for the better and is now on a more optimistic path. However, it might become more and more clear as this story progresses that she is, in fact, heading in a darker direction. Shayla seems to be becoming concerned about Yuna's obsession with turning Finn into her father. Sheila is aware that Steffi will always come first for Finn and that removing her from the mix would take drastic measures. When Yuna loses control, she has demonstrated that she is able to take drastic actions. The fact that Una put Steffi in a cage and contributed to the terrible outcomes of Paul Hollis Dewey Chambers, and Tom Starr, Clint Howard, cannot be ignored. What if Una becomes unruly and starts pursuing Steffi once more? Motivated by the idea that her stepmother is interfering with her relationship with Finn, Una might want to permanently remove Steffi. Shayla can find herself in a difficult situation if she uses violence. Shayla might feel pressured to hide Una's behavior and might even accept the blame herself out of concern that her granddaughter might wind herself back in jail. Fans are aware of Shayla's intense love for Una and her willingness to go to tremendous measures for her because they are like family. Shayla said she would always support Una, but could she really be dishonest and accept responsibility if it turns out to be the case? In lieu of Una, is she willing to make the ultimate sacrifice and risk being arrested? Steffi is willing to put up with whatever Una throws at her, but the tension is high as Una's rage at her stepmother grows. Watch for updates on the drama that is developing as the bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Shayla may receive some startling news and find herself in a difficult situation. Ridge's Italy heartbreak. Wants Brooke back, but it's too late. But why? There may be some heartache in store for Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, in Italy, according to previews for the bold and the beautiful B&B. Given the likelihood that Ridge will want Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, back too soon, let's think about the direction this plot is taking. Although Brooke has been pleading for a reunion repeatedly, her efforts are now failing. Regardless of how many times Brooke defends Ridge and their future together, he is determined to keep his promise to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. By this point, though most B&B fans are very familiar with Ridge normally doesn't pay much attention to Taylor because the show is aiming to turn him into a waffler. A part of Ridge will always crave Brooke and be pulled to their enduring bond. In the upcoming months, Brooke and Ridge will both have cause to doubt the term destiny, which is frequently used in relation to them. The reason for this is because Nick Morone, played by Jack Wagner, is returning to rekindle his affair with Brooke and introduce additional drama. Nick will appear in the July location shoot episodes from Italy after his return in June. With Capri and Naples as the backdrop, Nick, Ridge, Brooke, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, will appear in some thrilling moments. Ridge might realize by then that he does want to spend the rest of his life with Brooke. Eric might become ecstatic and perhaps assist Ridge in his pursuit of Brooke for a second equally spectacular reunion in Italy, similar to the one they experienced in Rome. Naturally, Ridge might discover Brooke in Nick's arms and realize he wants her back too late. Before this trip is done, Nick and Brooke might be caught making out, which would leave Ridge devastated when he returns home. If she eventually feels that, it could affect her relationship with Ridge, since Taylor might end up being a consolation prize. But when Ridge learns that Brooke and Nick are reconciling, he might attempt to make Taylor even more of a priority. Ridge may propose to Taylor if he shows his commitment with an engagement ring, even though Brooke still has a place in his heart. That being said, Ridge's jealousy can wind up becoming a problem and causing serious problems. The closer Nick and Brooke get, the more Ridge will lose his mind. Italy might be a significant turning point in a lot of ways, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Stay in for updates on all the shocking news that will be revealed soon. Will Hope accept Liam's attempts to fix her relationship with Carter? Steffi received assurances from Finn and Taylor that she was correct to inform Hope about Liam's incurable brain tumor in the most recent episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. However, Hope held on to Liam, who was anxious to find a method to save his life and reunite with him. Finally, Daphne tried her hardest to persuade Carter to leave Hope and come to her. Now that the soap opera is moving forward at full speed, the drama is expected to get worse. When viewers tune in to CBS for the May 16, 2025 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, they can anticipate the following. In the last episode of the week, Liam makes an effort to persuade Hope to mend her relationship with Carter. It has become more and more clear over the past few days that, without a miracle, Liam's health is beyond saving. He is progressively losing his life due to a deadly condition. Those who are aware of the reality are also finding it difficult to accept that he has a limited amount of time left to live due to an incurable brain tumor. Apart from the physicians, only Steffi and Finn knew, and Liam wanted it to remain the case. Steffi, however, believed Hope should be informed of the reality. After all, the two had a daughter together and were previously married, much like Steffi and Liam. Hope was shocked at her feelings when she told her. She didn't waste any time in getting in touch with Liam and assuring him that she wanted him to live for her, their daughter, their lengthy history, and possibly their future. Although he is making an effort to accept the truth of his circumstances, Liam finds it difficult, realizing he won't be able to experience such moments. Like reuniting with Hope or seeing his girls grow up makes a lot of things feel heavy. With fixed equations, Liam wishes to depart. He wants Hope and Steffi to move over their conflict. Additionally, Liam believes Hope needs to mend her connection with Carter and give him another chance. Hope doesn't, however. As Liam was her past, she sees him as her future, and she has no plans to reunite with Carter anytime soon. Carter overheard what Hope said to Liam as he was approaching to persuade her to give romance another shot. He found it incomprehensible that she was never genuinely interested in reconciling and that she returned to her feelings for Liam so fast. Will Carter abandon Hope at this point? Find out by keeping an eye on the bold and the beautiful. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.